Hi everyone, it is week 32 of our 52-week Bible verse series, and I have had such a fantastic summer. Believe it or not, my kids have already started school back. The school district they're in has gone to like a year-round school, and I'm enjoying the routine, getting things back, but we just finished up a week in Florida. We were at the ocean. The beach was just magical. We loved it. We made so many fun, happy memories. And, I'm also doing this 75 hard challenge, which is, I'm feeling crazy for doing it. I'm drinking a gallon of water a day. I'm working out twice a day. One of the workouts has to be it has to be outside. There's so many different things, okay? But when I go do my workout, I do a lot of walking outside. I have to have my beats, right? I like to listen to music. It like pumps me up. I get to walking. I feel like the more energy the music brings me, the faster I walk. And I lost my beats. I could not find them anywhere. Thankfully, I found them, but there was a couple of walks there. Could not find my beats. And so I had to do something crazy. I had to walk in silence. And the only thing in that 45-minute stretch of time I had to do I was stuck with my own thoughts. And 45 minutes is a long time to be stuck with your own thoughts. And some of you might think, I do this daily. It's not a big deal to you. But I kind of want to challenge you to really pay attention. Guys, you can't even walk into a store without hearing music. Stores have music playing. Just about everywhere you go, there is noise. Even if the TV is off and I'm not listening to something, I have a challenge in my home getting silence. Especially when I go to write these emails or make a video, it's like, let's cross our fingers that the kids don't come busting in, right? Because it's hard to find silence in our day. And it can also be a little uncomfortable. There is a scripture, it's 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 5, and it's take captive every thought and make it obedient to Christ. Now, that's not the verse that we're memorizing this week. Maybe it's one I need to memorize. But taking captive every thought and making it obedient to Christ. And if we constantly, the devil, the enemy, he loves noise. He loves the distraction. Because when we're left with our own thoughts, if we're truly practicing taking every thought captive, and if we're really, really giving our time to God, just silence, being still. That's the verse this week, Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. And the way that this whole psalm starts out, it's a time of turmoil. There's war going on. I think there's probably a lot of anxiety going on, lots of stuff going on, okay? And in explaining this song and singing this song, okay, because that's what this is. It's a song to God, but it's proclaiming it, saying, be still. This is God's words to us. Be still and know that I am God. Because if you're paying attention to the noise, if you're giving into the worry, if you're not taking captive every thought, then you're not aware of his presence. You're not seeing him at work. You're not allowing him to speak to you. And if he's not speaking to you, he cannot speak through you. Yikes. Because our calling and purpose, I think no matter what it is, all of our calling and purpose, we all have different gifts, talents, and abilities. But there is a way that the Lord is going to use you here on earth. And if you are not taking captive every thought, and you are not being still and listening and allowing him to speak to you, then he cannot speak through you. And so I'm challenging myself this week to take time every day to cut the noise, to turn off the podcast, turn off the music, even if it's worship music, you guys, turn it all off and just be still. And it's not nap time. It's time where I'm going to say, God, speak to me. Please help me take captive of my thoughts and guide me and teach me what you need me to know in this season of life. And it is oddly uncomfortable at first, because what happens? The enemy goes to work. He starts to trail our thoughts with the to-do lists. And I love being productive. I love accomplishment. I like setting a goal. I like checking things off of my to-do list. At the end of the day, it's like, oh, I've been so productive. Look at all I've done. And yet, at the end of the day, if I have checked everything off of my list, but I have not given God even 5 minutes of silent, still time for him to speak to me, what does it matter? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. It means nothing. So I truly, truly feel like, I even think in the Bible, thinking about the way we're even told to pray, there's nothing wrong with praying in public. I think that sometimes some scripture can get twisted, but it does go in. I think there's a part in the Bible, I wish I could remember the exact verse, but go in your house, go into the closet, close the door, shut down all the distraction, tune it all out. Don't be showy about it, because when people are around you or noise is around you, the enemy is going to use that to distract your thoughts. Take time every single day to be still and know that he is God. And I want to challenge you to do that with me. It's something we need to put in practice every single day. And I know so often I'm like, this is my time to give God. This is my worship time. And I crank up my worship music and I worship, and it's a wonderful spiritual connection with the Lord, right? He does speak to us through that form of worship, but we have to incorporate being still and the silence for him to really speak to us, where we are in charge of taking captive our thoughts, or we're not letting a worship leader guide our thoughts, or a podcast guide our thoughts, right? You need to learn to take control of your thoughts and give them to God and be still and listen to him. Thanks for doing this with me. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.